Hey guys, what's up? VA Merc here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the disassembly of the HK91 or G3 type rifle. This specifically is a PTR91 semi-auto, so it's more of a clone of the H&K91. This started out life as a GI, and I actually have other videos on this gun, so you can just check out the channel if you want to learn a little bit more about what I've done to it and where it came from and whatnot. But what we're just going to focus on today is the disassembly. I already started by removing the bipod, and the reason for that is because it doesn't really sit too stable on my table here. Some people don't even have the bipod, so it really doesn't matter. But if you're wondering, just in case, you push on this lever and the bipod slides out of this channel right there. Alright, so we're going to start off by making sure this rifle is clear. What I usually do, what you should do, remove the magazine first, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. See, I live in California, so I have this stupid thing called the bullet button, and requires the tool for the removal of the magazine here. Alright, so pull back on your charging handle, cocking handle, and inspect visually, physically that it's empty, and we're good. Just did it for all the safety sallies out there. Alright, so we want to remove the buttstock first, and to do that, what you need to do is push these pins out, these rear takedown pins here, and you just pop them through like that. This front one's usually a little bit tougher depending on what kind of lower receiver you have, lower frame. Then you take these pins out and you push them into these holes right here, and that's for your rear takedown pins for the stock. It holds them there so you don't lose them. Alright, so then what you want to do is remove your buttstock, and you can see here is you've got the recoiling spring and the guide rod all contained on the stock here, and then there's also a buffer in here, which is right there, that center pin. It's all contained in here. I think it ends actually like right up to here somewhere. Just go ahead and set this to the side just to give us a little bit more room. We'll set it over here. Alright, and the next thing we can do here is go ahead and remove your lower frame, and it just slides out. Now this one looks like it has a third pin in there, as you can see, but the pin I'm talking about is right here, but as you can see it's actually fake, and because it's for a semi-auto you don't need that third pin, so it doesn't have that. Now as far as taking down your lower frame here, it's very simple, very easy to do. Basically what you want to do is go ahead and put your safety selector all the way to the safe position, and then move it up to the 12 o'clock position right there, and then basically you just kind of push on it on this side and it falls out. So you can go ahead and just remove it just like that. And keep in mind I'm doing this upside down right now so you guys can see this. And then to remove your trigger pack, go ahead and just pull it and lift it straight out. Simple as that. You go ahead and set your lower frame to the side. I'll put it over here along with the safety lever. And for your trigger pack, you can clean it out. Generally I don't see anything really in here, but it can get gunked up a little bit. Maybe use some compressed air or something like that to clean it out. If you want, you can also grease the interface between the interfacing material between the trigger and the hammer. Usually what I use for that is a syringe filled with white lithium grease. This is a plastic one, and just apply it right in there, as you should. Some of you may know where your trigger and hammer interface is, where they at least contact each other. Alright, so we'll go ahead and set that to the side. Next thing we're going to do here is, well, I have to remove my bullet button, but you have to probably go into the next thing, which is to remove your bolt carrier group. And I'm going to actually put a piece of paper here to hold that. I'll put it right here so you guys can see it still. So go ahead and pull on the cocking lever, and then just pull back, and then I'll let gravity do the trick here. I'm going to pull this out, set it right there. Now, the next thing here, just to quickly do it, well, if you want, you can take off your handguard by removing this pin in the front, right here. And let me fix one of my lights that kind of just turned down. There we go. Alright, remove that pin. There's no real place for that pin, and you want to push forward on the front handguard slide it up and out, or forward and out, and that's that. Pretty simple. Alright, I just want to get that out of the way just in case someone wanted to know. You can fully take it down from there. Alright, so now I'm going to set the upper receiver to the side, and we're basically going to take down the bolt carrier group, which is a little bit more advanced. Now there's a lot of questions about this because there's different ways to do it. There's one way that I particularly like to do it, and then there's the right way to do it, which I'm not sure. I guess people are trained differently in doing this. This is the way I do it. So there's plenty of ways to do it, but this is the way that I do it. Let's kind of go over what we're working with here. We have the bolt carrier right here, which is one piece right here, and then we have the bolt itself, the bolt head, and then we have the firing pin, which you can see right there, and you can see the locking piece in between there. That's the locking piece right here, right there. That's the lock. Wait, yes, right there. That's the locking piece. All right, so basically what we want to do here is you're going to push this bolt head in. Basically that's going to lock in, and you'll see that these rollers are going to pop out from here. So I'll do it like this to kind of show you. Now, you saw that probably pop out right there. Now my bolt carrier group is covered in grease. I love keeping this stuff well lubricated so I don't have to grease it, but it's not like always dripping with it, right? So the next step here to break down the bolt carrier group is once you push it in, what you want to do is you want to rotate it, and if you're looking down the carrier like I'm looking this way, you're going to be looking this way. You're going to rotate it to the left, okay? And so what you want to do is get a good grip on it, and I'm going to have to do it kind of upside down. Oh, my bad. I don't know my left from my right. So you got to move it to the right. And when you move it to the right, then you continue to do that, and you'll notice that it's going to get much easier. And then all you have to do is basically push the bolt forward. I use my thumb on the bottom, and basically just push forward, and it comes off like that. Alright, so that's the bolt head right there. The next piece we're taking off is the locking piece. Now, all you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom and you're going to rotate it up to the top, and when you do that, it's going to pop out. So you got to be careful and be ready about that. So we're rotating it here, right? Now it's going to pop out right here, and there it popped out. Just going to remove it, and it's kind of locked in there by that lug right there that's covered in grease. So go ahead and set that down. And then what's left in here is your firing pin and spring. So pretty simple to do. The bolt carrier has this lever here that's going to lock onto the bolt as well. We're going to put this together and basically just go in reverse here. Now remember this lug, you want to take that. That lug is at 12 o'clock when you want to put it in here. There's only one way to put this in. You're not going to screw it up. So you go ahead and push it in. You can rotate it left or right. It doesn't matter. I just kind of rotate it away from me just because. Now I'm going to pull the bolt. What I'm doing right now is I'm pulling the bolt carrier this way, and I'm pushing the locking lug this way so that I can push it down enough to clear that lug. And the only reason I'm doing that is because the grease is not allowing me to get a good grip on here right now. Alright, and so we want to basically rotate it back to when we're ready to put the bolt head on, which is like that, which is actually 12 o'clock, 12 and 6, right? Actually, the lug's at 6, I guess I'll call it 6 o'clock. Alright, so what we're going to do here is you can drop the bolt head on, and this is the tough part. This is the part people have different ideas on how to do it. Some people actually push down on this lever right here, which is actually pretty difficult to do. Let's go ahead and show you that. But this lever right here, and you'll see that lever. Well, you won't be able to see it happening, but I'll show you. That lever is that little piece inside there, right inside, right there, right above the tip of the screwdriver. Let's go ahead and give you guys a close-up of this so you can see that. So right there, that piece right there. And the thing is that when you push back on here, this is going to lift up like that and allow the bolt head to come back. Now, I've done it before, but sometimes it's harder to do it, like in the winter months. So this, I'm going to show you my preferred method, which is to basically push it in forcefully and then twist it, right? So the way to do that is, what you want to do is you want to line up that hook in there from that lever on the corner, on this corner of the bolt, right here. Okay, not on this flat part here, but on the corner. So you're going to put it in just like that, and you're actually going to twist it just a little bit more, just that much more. All right, and then this is what I like to do. I'll put it in between both my hands, my palms here, like this, and I'll interlock my fingers and give it a squeeze. And I think it twisted out of where I had it. There we go. So it is pretty tough to do, and I think it was a little bit, you know how I clocked this. I think I clocked it a little bit too much, so that's why I had a little tough time. So now the next thing you want to do is, now we've locked it in, this is not what we want to do. Now what we have to, we're not done yet, what I'm trying to say. What we're going to do here is push forward on the bolt carrier using this thumb and putting this hand or finger in front to not let it overshoot and pop this off again. So basically what we're trying to do is get this latch in here to kind of pop over this wall right here, which goes all the way in underneath or all the way through. And so you want it to get it to pop onto that wall there, and now all you have to do is basically just twist it. So as you twist it, you're going to see this lever is going to come up as well. So I'll see if I can show you that at the same time. I think it's already lifted up right now. But basically you want to twist it up to top dead center, which is right about there. And now you've got it. Now, actually, if you put your fingers here, you're going to feel, like on mine right now, I can feel the rollers just sticking out just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is use my thumb here and kind of push just a little bit more. Alright, there we go. So where it's smooth. So now I've got the bolt locked in and everything. It's all good to go. So all we're going to do now is put it back together, which is very simple. Kind of clean my hands off there. And so we're just going to drop the bolt. I do this upside down, just cause. And so at this point, what I usually do is, once I engage all the rails there, I'll push it forward. Just give it a quick tap, push it forward to lock it forward. All right, so we can go ahead and set that down. I'm going to drop my blue button on right now, and we're going to go ahead and put the lower frame together. Very simple. Just drop your trigger pack in like that. Take your safety lever, right? You want to start at 12 o'clock. Put it in. Wiggle it in. Make sure you got this side lined up too. There we go. And then go ahead and rotate it down. I'll rotate it all the way. And then we're going to swing on our lower frame. We're going to start here, get it on the shelf. Once it's on the shelf, and then rotate up and into it and lock it in. And that should be good. Next, we're going to go ahead and drop the buttstock on. And usually, sometimes I have trouble trying to get these rails to line up on there, but sometimes it goes nice and smooth. And all we have left to do is basically just drop our pins in here, which are pretty simple, and I can already tell that this needs to go a little bit forward. There we go. So we just push the pins in, and that's that. It's good to go now. So we're just going to go ahead and function check it here. Pull on this, lock it back, and we're going to go ahead and drop it. Then I'm going to fire the trigger, although we know that we didn't really do anything. The trigger should be alright. Gotta lock it, and I'm going to reinstall the magazine here. And that's that. So it's very simple to do. The only issue, that's not really an issue, the only hard part I would say would be the bolt. And there's a couple ways to do it. You know, some people push on that lever. Some people do the way I do it, where I pop it in and then I twist the head Somebody's described it as like twisting the head of twisting a chicken's head off or something like that. So, but that's just how I do it. And that's pretty much the video. We just wanted to show you the disassembly of it if you're wondering how to do it. It's awesome platform, pretty good rifle. I really, really like it. So if you guys have any comments or questions, you guys can leave them down below and I'll get to them. Until next time, V8 Mert, signing out.